Hi, today we're going to concentrate next class Soccer Mania. Chapter 2, almost a sports injury. Come on, let's do some more drills, Bree said as the car pulled into the Clancy's driveway. We have time before it gets dark. Are you serious? I'm popped. All Nancy wanted to do was close up onto the living room sofa. But Bree was out of the car and tugging Nancy by the arm. Practice makes perfect. She said that about a lot of things, like tap dancing, spelling, even learning Pig Latin. Bree never settled for being mediocre then. She always wanted to be super. Nancy's dad heard Bree. That's the spirit. She opened the trunk of the car and threw the soccer ball to Nancy. Okay, Nancy muttered between her dad and Bree. It was 2 against 1. She was outnumbered. In the backyard, George was pulling Freddie in her wagon. They were pretending to be on the way to a fire. Can you guys please play on the deck? Bree asked. Nancy and I need to practice soccer. No, we were here first, George said. What if you let you play with us? Answered Bree. Big mistake, Nancy told Bree at the same time. Jojo and Freddie shouted, Yes! They ditched the wagon, took French into the house, and then listened to Bree explain some rules. Bree bent down on one knee with her hand on the ball, just the way Nancy's dad did while talking to the team. It made Bree look very professional. It's not like catch. You can't use your hands, and all you can do is kick the ball. I don't like that rail, Freddie said. Too bad, Bree told her brother. That's how soccer is played. After they spread out, Bree said, I'll kick to Nancy. She'll kick back to me. Then it's your turn, Jojo. Freddie, you go third. Bree let out a whistle and passed the ball to Nancy. But before Nancy had a chance to return it, Jojo ran in front of her and kicked the ball, really hard for a little kid. Nancy watched it whiz back to Bree. Nice one, Jojo. Bree looked as surprised as Nancy was. Yay, me! Jojo shouted and jumped up and down. Kick it again, Bree. It's supposed to be my turn, Nancy said sternly. This time, when Bree sent it fast, the ball skidding her way, Nancy managed to stop it with her foot and kick. Actually, it was more like a gentle tap. The ball rolled only a few feet away. Nice try, Bree said. You remembered to use the side of your foot, not your toes. Actually, Nancy hadn't done that on purpose. It just happened that way. A little later, the twins Rhonda and Wanda showed up. They had missed practice because of a dentist appointment. Can we play? Rhonda said. The twins were super bad at sports. Nancy was sure that one day they would be in the Olympics and come home with loads of gold medals around their necks. There were enough kids for a scrimmage, so everyone dived up. Bree, Wanda, and Freddie against Nancy, Rhonda, and Jojo. Freddie and Jojo tried to steal the ball away from the other side. And remember, use your feet, no hands. Then Bree let out another whistle. Nancy ran her hardest. Soon she was gasping for air and had a pain in her side. Nobody else even seemed out of breath. At one point, Jojo stumbled over a ball that Nancy managed to stop. Then she went back her leg to kick when suddenly Freddie appeared out of nowhere and beat Nancy to the ball. When her leg swung forward, all it connected with was air. A second later, Nancy lay swirled on the ground. Bree and Wanda throwed it over. Are you hurt? Nancy examined her knee. It troubled. To the dirt, dots of red were appearing. Ah! Bree covered her eyes. She hated the sign of blood. It made her dizzy. She looked the other way and slung an arm around Nancy and helped her to the deck. Nancy brushed grass and dirt off her t-shirt and shorts. Her clothes weren't spotless anymore. She watched everyone continue kicking the ball to one another. Even George and Fred were better than she was. And they were in preschool. Soon it started to get dark. Everybody had to go home. Au revoir, Nancy waved to her friends. That was French for goodbye. As she smiled up, limped upstairs, Nancy wondered if a banged up knee counted as a sports injury. Maybe she wouldn't be able to play in the game on Saturday. Instead, she could sit on the side and cheer for the Green Goblins. She would pass out bottles of water and towels to players coming out the field. She would wear her Goblins jersey and be in the team photo her dad took out of the game. And win or lose, they would go out for pizza at the King's Crown. Oh, that would be really fun. Actually, the only of soccer that Nancy didn't enjoy so much was playing it. That night, the mailbox bell rang. Nancy rolled in the basket and hung from her between her window and Breeze. In the basket were several pages of soccer tips. It was all the stuff Nancy's dad had said at practice. Nancy never bothered to write it down. But Bree said, study these tips before the game, a note said in Bree's lovely handwriting. There was no time to study soccer now. Nancy had real homework to do for the graveyard of boring words, so she stuffed the soccer tips in her desk drawer. The graveyard of boring words was something Nancy's teacher had thought her up. Behind Mr. Dunny's desk were a bunch of shoe boxes of cardboard tombstones. In each one were index cards with boring words on them. Words like nice, pretty, and sad. On Halloween this year, instead of wearing different costumes, everyone in room 3D was coming as a ghost with boring words taped to their sheet. For tomorrow, Nancy had a thing of 3 boring action words. An action word means something like walking or eating or singing. And then she had to come up with a super synonym for each word. A synonym was a word that meant the same thing as the boring one. She also had to put each of her super synonyms in a sentence. Rocking back in her desk chair, Nancy sat and pondered. That meant thinking really hard. She thought about playing soccer. Then she filled out the 3 index cards. Voila, Nancy was done. Bye.